Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're talking about Yet Another Roadside Manifestation by Wayne Santos from the collection Alternate Planes. And as always, let's open up with a passage. Raina reached down to the tote bag lying on the ground and pulled out a few of her on-site kits. She chose the ones with the broadest range of results. A box with toenail clippings from an Olympian god, a crystal on a string that had been suspended for 20 years at a nexus between 6,498 different realms, a small airtight bag of unicorn, and so on, and a little bit later in the passage. I'm still trying to make a connection, or the connection, between sober and supernatural. Raina nodded. Supernatural phenomenon. That doesn't add up. Bell curve, Raina said. What? All the boring stuff is right in the middle of the bell curve. That's the median, the average, and you spend most of your life there. The supernatural stuff, just like geniuses and anime without the power of friendship, is on the extreme ends of that curve, on the margins. That's where I work, and that's where we are now. What? Raina sighed. So, Yet Another Roadside Manifestation by Wayne Santos tells a riff on X-Files, Supernatural, Men in Black, and other paranormal hunting kind of shows. Along a road in rural Alberta, a large art installation in the shape of an egg is set to hatch and bring or call something forth. Raina is waiting for the arrival of an officer to come and assist with the issue. Officer Senko arrives and, while initially taking Raina for a drunk, helps Raina use various objects to lessen the impact of whatever is set to appear. Raina holds alien tech, magical objects, things from other dimensions, bits of deities, and other paraphernalia that she treats as simply tools of the job. Eventually, a hellhound-like figure emerges from the egg, and after discussion is transformed into a regular dog. Raina reveals that she does not work for some shadowy government organization or peacekeeping force. Instead, she's simply insurance to cover the rear of the rich and powerful as they experiment with things on the fringes. The tale ends with Raina taking Officer Senko out for coffee. So, this story is all about the supernatural, or as they put in the story, the supranatural, as the banal and the banal as the supernatural. Rather than simply being alien tech or magic, all the fringes exist together, right? The title itself points towards this normalization of the unnormal. Quote, yet another roadside manifestation. By the end of the story, the hellhound is just as abnormal as eating too many pancakes at a diner. On this topic, the story has frequent asides that connect Raina to the margins of society. On Raina, we learn that, quote, the snipe didn't help, reminding her that here in Alberta, where she'd grown up, no one thought she was good at anything. And what she did know and could do, no one cared about. This, paired with thinking back on her facing racism in school and some of the nerdier references, places her in the margins. And finally, one connection between the three actors in the story, Raina, Senko, and Semargle Jr., the hellhound, is that they're simply trying to find their place in a world as they're kind of pushed around by forces beyond them. Senko is sent out to the site by orders far above her. Raina has to clean up after the rich and powerful to make ends meet, and Semargle Jr. was intended to be manipulated by those in power but was ultimately abandoned. While they are the main characters in the story, they are all far from the main actors in this world. And so, one of the big questions of this story is, why does Semargle emerge from the real world? I'm going to struggle with this pronunciation, so bear with me. Vegreville Pasanka? The real world kind of egg-like statue that appears in the story. What is the point in using this roadside attraction in a town of 6,000 as the origin of such supernatural phenomena? As always, cite the text and any other sources to support your answer. With that, I hope you enjoyed the story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.